A few weeks ago, the military group Hamas launched an attack into Israel. They picked a fight and they decided to fight dirty. Let's have a look at that. Okay, Hamas launched an attack on Israel a few weeks ago on the 7th of October 2023. They also captured a number of civilians, and according to news reports, a host of atrocities have been committed on those civilian prisoners. That's what I mean by fighting dirty. Now, Hamas are generally considered a terrorist organisation by many governments around the world, and while I don't have a dog in this fight, I do believe that whatever cause is behind the attack, be it a fight for freedom, space to live, etc., it's compromised because of the tactics Hamas use. They will never be listened to or taken seriously on the diplomatic world stage when they act like barbarians. So, following this attack, Israel started its retaliation, and at the time I'm recording this, they are planning a massive ground invasion of Gaza. That is a little tiny strip of sand that, in Adelaide terms, is about the distance from Adelaide to Gawler and about 5 to 10 kilometres wide. It's nothing. While Hamas gave no warning of the intended attack, Israel has at least told the civilians of Gaza to evacuate, and while a lot have, there's still a lot of people who cannot or will not move. The end result is going to be a lot of civilian bloodshed caused by both sides, because both sides will fight dirty. Hamas set the terms of the fight, so Israel will naturally meet them on those terms. It's not likely to end until a particular number is reached. I don't know if that is a death toll, a casualty count, or square kilometres rendered unlivable by anyone. Only when one side decides that they have been hurt enough will the call for a ceasefire go out. Somebody's bound to realise that a lot of death and suffering could have been avoided if they just put their egos aside and discussed things instead of engaging in a pissing contest that got way out of hand. Now, I've not been following the news closely because I do know that all of the information coming out of the region will be biased and skewed by the preferences of the reporting party in each direction. The old adage that the first casualty in war is the truth has not changed. Looking at causes for this, I'm very uneducated on the details and the history of the region. It strikes me that individual families of the region just want a place to call home, don't we all? The problem seems to stem from where any given family wants to live and which government group is laying claim to any given patch of sand. Unfortunately, there's a lot of country-sized egos involved in an argument about a patch of sand less than 1/3 the size of Tasmania. I'll stick a couple of pictures up here to show you what I mean. Ownership of this patch of sand has changed a whole bunch of times in the last 600,000 years, starting with the Neanderthals and changing on a regular basis after that, including between Canaanites, Israelites, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Arabs, Crusaders, Ottomans, and the British. And that's just the last 4,000 years alone. With such a dynamic past, with family lines going back who knows how many hundreds of generations, how do you establish proved ownership of any particular spot? The answer to that is beyond my knowledge of history and politics, but I do know that it has been the subject of a bloody conflict for literally eons. I do know that if the sides don't calm down, somebody's going to push the big red button, and 6 months later, when the dust settles, all the oil barrels coming out of the region will look like the glowing green barrels from Doom 3D with a half-life of 10,000 years. That will have a profound impact on the world, as suddenly those oil-based economies collapse and people like me end up paying an order of magnitude more for a tank of fuel. I don't mind telling you, I certainly do not look forward to that. It would cost more than my mortgage payment, and that prospect is just insane. Let us all hope that the powers that be can find a diplomatic solution to this bloody mess before it's too late.
Righto, that's enough about that. You know the drill. Hit the subscribe button and become part of our thriving community. Of course, if you like my videos, give them the big thumbs up and share them if you want, as that helps the channel out. And also hit the bell to get notified when I put up new content. Okay, that's all from me, so stay healthy, keep thinking. As my mum would say, be good, and if you can't be good at it. I'll see you next time.